What's up, good people? It's your girl, Safia Ashe Jassi, aka Fire, cause I stay bringing that heat. And that's Orta. Yes, y'all. Today, I want to talk to y'all all about why disability is a taboo topic in the black community. And the reason stems all the way back to the slave era, to the slavery era. So, when we talking about 1865, when the black people in Texas was finally found out that they was free from slavery, and a lot of people think that was the ending of slavery, but that isn't the case, because we have to think about how black people who had disability during that time, how was they able to maneuver around if they was blind or they was physically disabled, and especially when like the technology or the devices that help that aid a lot of people with disabilities to live a successful and comfortable life wasn't even invented then. So during those times, black people with disability had it so much harder. Like we were talking about now, how society is so inaccessible. That was non-existent during that time. And so just going back to like the end of slavery, the black people who had disabilities wasn't able to leave the plantation as freely as their non-disabled counterparts. And another rich like history, well, a lot of people don't know, of where the dozens came from. So slavery caused a lot of black people to develop disabilities, from receiving whippings and other cruel punishment and tortures that was endured on the black bodies by white slave owners. And so a lot of times what like the black people who had disability, they used to crack on each other and make fun of each other. And that's how the dozens became to be, which is a rich oral history in the black community. And I don't think a lot of black people know how the dozens originated, or that it came from black people who had disabilities. But even getting back to the topic of why disability is a taboo topic in the black community, because I first thinking about the fact that during the time black people with disability wasn't able to leave the plantation as freely as their non-disabled counterparts, and that the only jobs or things that black people with disability could do during that time was either to work in the freak shows. And I'm not too familiar of like the people names that was the black people that was in the freak shows, but I do remember like this one story of these two albino twins who was put in like a human zoo. And I just think that's very crazy and absurd of how black people with disabilities was treated during those times. And that just brings me to blind Tom Wiggins, who I probably know the most about any other black disabled person during that time besides Harriet Tubman. So blind Tom Wiggins was blind and was also on the autism spectrum, and he was a piano prodigy. So he never reaped any of the benefits of his talents, but the white people who own him receive all the monetary rewards and the accolades from this black man's talents. And this is like the very reason of why I am doing the I Am event series, Disability, Art, Life, and Culture, is because one, first, black people with disabilities still to this day are isolated from the black community, even though things have changed, have improved for black people with disabilities, but the system is still set up to keep us living in poverty because there are a lack of economic and educational opportunities for black people with disabilities. And I just lost my train of thought. And one of the main things through the I Am event series is to teach BIPOC people with disability with a huge emphasis on black people with disabilities how to use their skills and talents to create opportunities for themselves. And the second point is to help bring more disabilities resources to the south side of Chicago because it's non-existent. All of the resources, disability resources, are up north or downtown, and this is something that really needs to be addressed to help to ensure that black people with disabilities are provided with the opportunity and resources to live a comfortable and successful life. So, yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. Peace out.